Hi guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a part 2 with Erik Casey. Thank you so much, Erik, for coming on. We're just going to talk a little bit more about Poker Test 2.0 and how it became Poker Test 2.0. So I'll hand it over to you, Erik. And I just wanted to ask you, like, how from Poker Test to you created Poker Test, and then was it like you just wanted to create 2.0, or did something give you an idea, or how did it really happen?
Wow, perfect timing with the dog again every time. Come on. So we sort of touched on it in the last interview about the creation of it. But one of the things that happened with 1.0 was, I had to mass produce like 1,000 gimmicks. And I did not know how to do that. So I reached out to different companies. And so the first batch of 1,000 that I had made they sent me 2 to check. And they were perfect. And I was like, awesome, yeah, make 1,000. And I just sent them out and didn't check them. And 700 failed. So I just had email after email from different customers just being like, man, I bought this trick from you or from Penguin and it doesn't work. What do I do? And so I handmade 700 gimmicks, replaced everyone's gimmick, lost, a ton of money. And then was just like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. This is just ridiculous. This is way too hard. So I quit. So that was 1.0, and I discontinued 1.0. And after it being out for 6 months, and I just assumed I was going to not make Magic anymore because I was like, this is way too difficult. But I got lucky. I was a year later, I was at Magic Live, and there's this magician named Derek Wyndham, and I was just chatting with him, and he was like, man, I liked your poker test. Why don't you make it like this? And he just sort of pitched a new idea. And I was like, that won't work. And he's like, you should go and try it. And so I went home and tried it, and which is some stuff I got from Home Depot. And then making it with this new gimmick is what allowed it to then do, or this new material allowed me to do, any card instead of just a set royal flush. You could put anything in there. So that was really cool. It was a really exciting moment to then be like, oh, wow, there's a more efficient way to make this trick, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I felt way more comfortable with this material as well. And then also just in that one Magic Live meeting, so many different magicians and different people, I met someone else who custom makes gimmicks, Jeremy Hanrahan up in Canada. And he makes Blake Voigt's regeneration gimmick for Theory 11. Oh, yeah, he does a ton of stuff, and he was just showed interest and was like, yeah, I could make your gimmick for you easily, better than anyone else. And so now I had a trusted person as well, after truly thinking I was done. And I was like, well, I had a quick little stint in the Magic creation world, and now I'm out because it was way too hard and I lost all my money. Then one convention, and I had, a new method for poker test, and I had a new person willing to make it for me. And so then, we went from there, and I was able to make another 1,000 units with this new update that Penguin was really excited about. And so they bought it. So that was really cool. But yeah, I just can't, I don't know, I can't really stress enough, how I truly did give up. No lie, I was just I'm done with this. I don't want to make this anymore. This is just way too much stress, and I hate this, and I don't want to make these gimmicks myself. That's just an absurd task to take on, because I had a full-time job at the time also. And so then, yeah, I don't know, I tell every magician I meet who I meet through either local clubs or just by happenstance to just be you've got to go to these conventions or these just any Magic gathering meetings, Magic the Gathering. Ugh. But any of those meetings, just because it's there's just so much knowledge that other people just have. Again, Derek isn't a professional magician by any means, but he knew something I didn't know, and he just pitched it to me, and it worked. And then Jeremy, I don't know if I ever would have met him if I wasn't there either. And same thing, he just was like, yeah, I can make this. And then Poker Test 2 happened, and I think that sold out in the first week. So that was really exciting. And that's the one that you have and everyone has, and that's just a way better version as well. So
That's such a sick
Yeah.
story. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like the fact that like Poker Test 2.0 never, I mean, you hear this a lot, like magicians meet other magicians at conventions, and then like whenever you hear like a backstory, a lot of the time, like, you know, if it's like English magicians, they're like, oh, you know, at Blackpool it happened. And like, you know, I like showed like a, I don't know, like a dealer this trick.
Yeah.
And then, but the fact you were gonna like quit, if you don't mind me asking, how long was it between the time where you said you were going to quit and Magic Live?
Probably like a full year.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah.
amazing. Oh, okay.
Poker Test 1.0 came out in 2012.
Yeah.
And then I was Magic Live 2013 that I did it, that I met them. And I wasn't even really committed to doing 2.0 yet. That was more so just like conversations happening. And then I went home and played with it and was like, I think I could do this again, actually. Like, I might actually step back in. And then I told Penguin Magic about it, and they just right away were like, oh God, please, like, please make more. Like, we really want this trick. And so that was really encouraging from them. But yeah, it was a full year where I just was like, this ain't for me anymore. Like, I hate this.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, I mean, like, you know, that must have been a lot of stress for you. Like,
it was not fun.
that sounds
but
really like terrible.
yeah, but I will say this, I got a solid reputation for customer service because I replaced everybody's gimmick, because I refused to be one of those creators who just sold something for the first time and then it was bad and just was like, see you later, I'm taking your money and I'm out. I was like, it's not my style. I got to make sure everyone's happy. But
I feel so bad for you right now, because the fact that they got a bad gimmick wasn't even your fault.
Oh man, I
It's
was so mad.
it wasn't even your fault, and they come to you and ask you
Yeah.
if you could do another one, and like you said, obviously you've been like super nice, you said yes, and like that, like honestly, I have bought like I won't say what it is, but I bought a product and it was like a full deck trick, and I emailed the creator, and he was like, and I didn't get any response. So
Man.
the fact you did that for people, actually responded to them and like got
Oof.
them a new one. Did you like send it out to them?
Yeah, like
Oh
hundreds,
my God, like
hundreds on hundreds. I was emailing. It hit a point where I had so many people emailing me like daily, weekly, that for a solid week I didn't reply to anyone because it was overwhelming. And that's where I was like, I gotta quit. Like, I can't do this. But then I took everyone's email and then put it in just one group chain, but I blind carbon copied everyone's so people didn't see, and simply was like, okay, I'm replacing everyone's gimmick. All you have to do is send me your address. And then over the week, I got like 100+ addresses just sent to me. And then I was just started building and just mailing them out as fast as I could.
oh my God, that's just amazing. Like, I
Yeah.
feel so sorry for you.
I mean, I don't. There was a valuable lesson in creating, and like,
Yeah.
I think anyone out there who's like trying to create a trick. I mean, I encourage everyone to do it. But I'll say this is something Greg told me on day one when I met him. I offered to, this is a huge part of the story I forgot to mention. I offered to sell Greg the trick, like, and said, hey, here, this is yours. Just put my name on it. But say Greg Wilson presents the poker test. Then put like by Erik Casey, but like I was gonna let him do the DVD demo, make all the money, and I just was gonna make like, whatever lump sum he paid me at the beginning, but he would own the rights. And I don't know why, but Greg simply was like, no, I'm not doing it, man. He's like, this is your trick. You have to do it. You have to do the hard work that like you need to put in the hard work to make this happen. I can't take this from you. And that just, I don't know, that blows my mind, because as much as I like to think I'm a good person, if someone handed me a plate of gold and was like, here, take it, I would just be like, okay, it's mine. And I'd move on and like, I'd give them credit and everything. But I tried to just give it to him and he wouldn't take it, and made me do the hard work. And like, I'm so thankful for that, because yeah, now the poker test is mine, and like, it's not Greg's, it's not Penguin's. I've never sold out. And that's where all the failure came from, though, is me doing it myself and not having the most amount of guidance that I would have liked to have while creating my first trick.
Yeah.
So So yeah, I'm really encouraging that every creator, if anyone's listening to this, I love Penguin, I love Murphy's, I love all these companies. Don't sell your trick outright to them. Put your own demo together, put your own download together, like figure out how to do it, take the time, do the failures, but like own your own magic in the end. It's the best advice I can give to anyone. Is what Greg gave me.
I think it's amazing how you come back from feeling so stressed out and like it wasn't good. Like, and then like
Yeah.
you found this new method. And I have no doubt that Greg knew how much money your poker test one was gonna make.
Yeah.
He probably knew, but like he didn't want to almost take that from you, as you say. And like I just think like the fact that like it, and it is so true, like just conventions are almost like an opportunity.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, to just like as well, it's like when are you ever gonna meet like such cool people like at the same time? Like you're probably not. So, you know, like it's and the fact that then you when and does that guy up in Canada, does he still create those gimmicks?
The last batch of 2000 I just had done, he did them all.
Oh my god.
He's since raised his price a little bit, but it's one of those things that I like factor in the raising of his price and then his quality. And I'm like, yeah, I haven't had, I don't know, it's maybe out of like the past couple thousand, I've had 15, 20 people say their gimmick doesn't work. It's like a 1% failure
Wow.
rate. That's huge. I'll take that any day.
I mean, he's not going to get every single one right.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm fine with that. I don't really care about a person here or there being upset, but it was like 700 in a row. It's like, all right, this is a nightmare.
Yeah.
So
like,
yeah,
I like that is amazing. You got through all of those. Like,
yeah, it was not fun. And it was definitely a reason why I was just like, I'm done with magic or creating magic. Like I don't know how people do this.
I mean, that's totally understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, like, who wouldn't want to be just done by that? Like,
Yeah.
but like, if like that, I'm like surprised that like that is just. I'm surprised that like, to be honest, if that was me, I would have tried my best to get every single one done. But like, I don't think I could have coped with every single one. Like, that must have been like, as I said, like really stressful.
It was stressful. I think like one, as much as I mean, this might sound egotistical to a degree, as much as I care about the like customer, I do a lot, obviously. I really cared about my reputation as well, though. And I was like, this is the first trick I've ever released. You know, we have the Magic Cafe, we have public reviews on Penguin. Like I can't let my reputation just plummet. So like in my head, I was like, I don't have a choice. Like, I kind of have to do this for everyone, just for my own sake. Like I need people to know that, you know, I stand behind my own products.
The magic. I said this to I already posted this. I said it to Jason Knowles, and I just said to him, he posts his videos. He posts videos of the tricks he's creating before he like puts them out.
Yeah.
And I said to him, I said, you know what, like the magic community, I'm not like some people, like if like for instance in the Magic Cafe, there are a lot of people that don't care about saying what they think. Like, do you know what I mean? So like, if they don't like it, they will tell you. So I definitely get where you're coming from in the way that you almost like had to return those.
Yeah, especially for the first batch, like the first ever trick I did that happened. Like I didn't have a choice.
Was it like the first ones come out and were all those first 700 completely wrong?
So actually, I don't know if this was in the first part either. The first 500 I made. Well, I made, and then this is like right when I got out of high school as well. And I had a friend still in high school, and I hired him to make them for me as well. So some cheap child labor, and we cranked out 500 perfect ones because you know we were making them ourselves. And so yeah, the first 500 we sold. Penguin sold out of in about maybe 10 days, but they all worked perfect, no failures. And so the reviews on it were just insane. Yeah. And then Penguin was like, look, we have, you know, nothing but 5-star reviews. Everyone wants this. We need 1,000. And that's when I outsourced because I'm like, I don't know how to do this. So I I can't do 1,000 again, because making 500 took me like a couple months, to be honest. And so, yeah, so then this next 1,000 is where that failure rate hit. So like it was coming out of the gate with like great reviews. So no one even questioned it. So they just bought it. So then when like everyone was failing, they just were like, this doesn't seem right. Like everyone already said it was good. And I wanted to hold on to that reputation. But yeah, thank God it wasn't the first batch, because then it would have been bad reviews to begin with.
Yeah, that would have been
could have
really awful.
just tanked me. Yeah.
I mean, if you've got like 500 good reviews, then like,
yeah,
I mean, like the people that don't get a good gimmick, like they're probably going to be like, oh, it's just a, faulty one. Like,
exactly.
I'm sure that happens all the time. Like, I'll just like get one. I mean, not all the time. I mean, like every now and then.
Every now and then, yeah.
We'll just
yeah, I'm assuming those 700 people had no idea that they were like in a group of so many people, that I was just like, because I was treating everyone the same. Just like, yep, of course, I'll send you a replacement. Let's go. Yep, send a replacement. Let's go. I think it was until that last batch where I just kind of did a group email and was like, all right, I can't keep up. Just send me your address. That I'm sure some people caught on at that point, that they're like, oh, a lot must have failed. But yeah, it's been great ever since. So that's been, yeah.
Like, so your message to people that like want to create magic, would you say find someone that you can really trust?
Yeah.
To create your stuff. I'm not saying that like, but like, like, I don't know who you went with, but like, I'm not saying like big like companies are bad, but I'm just saying like, find someone who you can trust, like you did, obviously.
Yeah, for sure. And then I'll just like reach out to other people. Like if anyone is listening to this and has an idea and they want to reach out to me, I just know this: I don't have the time to steal your trick. I really don't. So feel free to show it to me, and I will tell you the best way to get it produced. And then I'll back away, because I have my own products and projects that I'm working on that, because I think that's the big thing too, is everyone's fearful. Like, what if I share this and then someone steals it? And like, I totally get that. And I do the same thing, where I don't show my stuff off that often, because I really don't want it to get taken.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, yeah, have someone you trust to show your stuff to, who then can point you in the right direction. Like, luckily I had Poker Test already out, so no one really could take it. So then I could show it at Magic Live, and people were like, sort of already seen it, knew about it, and then talked to me about saying, talk to this guy. Cause like someone's the one who pointed me into Jeremy's direction and was like, you should talk to Jeremy. He makes gimmicks, and see what he says. And so then I went to him. And so just kind of like, it's knowing the people who know the people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's just, I think as well, it's being in the right place at the right time,
Yeah, no kidding.
Like that is like I don't know. It's funny because like, a lot of companies, I thought I had a really great idea for a trick, and I still haven't like gone anywhere with it, because I haven't spoke to any companies. But I went, I looked, I was looking at all these like submit a trick pages, and one was Illusionist, and it said, tell me the method. And I just felt so paranoid, because like it's the first trick I've ever even thought of. And it said them like, you have to say the method, and I was like, I obviously, I'm only a kid. I don't know like what the whole thing is on like tricks and what people can do with them, so I don't know. And then like, if they see the method and then just come up with something like 5 times better using the exact same thing, like then I'm kind of stuck in the mud. So like, I'm not saying I don't trust Illusionist, I'm just saying,
no, I know exactly what you're saying. There's that level of healthy skepticism though, that you go, man, like I don't know if I want to give this out yet, because who knows what could happen.
Like I'd rather give it to a company and then be like, all right, now we're interested, now can you show me the method? And then everything's in writing as well, like over email, so like you're not gonna get, like, you can even prove it. So I don't really know what you'd do if that did happen, but like I just like, there's no like it. I definitely know what you mean. And that guy you showed the gimmick to, how long did it take before Poker Test 2.0 then came out?
That was about another full year. I think it was 2014.
Okay.
I had to shoot a whole new, oh goodness, the dog's making hi pup. Yes, I think it took another full year to reshoot all the demos and all the download and handlings and how all that works, redo all my new packaging, things
Yeah.
like that. So that's a whole nother thing too. If it's a physical product, you
Yeah.
have, packaging that you have to do. And it's like, who do you go to get DVDs mass produced? Because it was in DVD before it was an instant download. Oh my goodness, dog. Why? Why? What's up?
You look so confused.
So that was another one too. And so luckily, Tim Trono, who works over at Penguin,
Yeah.
he does a lot of product development, and he was able to kind of point me in the right direction. Oh no! Wait, I've lost my ears.
You back?
This dog, man. What is wrong? You've been outside. It's like she sleeps all day. Then the second I start talking, she's like awake and like, all right, I guess Erik's talking. We got to start playing. But yeah, so Tim Trono though, over at Penguin, obviously knew that he needed me to finish this trick, so then he could get the tricks, then he could sell it at Penguin. So luckily, he was able to point me in the right direction though, of like just really like trustworthy guys who were able to do my packaging for me, my DVD production for me. And then I would send them the gimmicks and they would put the gimmicks inside the DVD cases and then seal it all up. So it was like one solid unit.
Yeah.
That was awesome. I love, like, it was just crazy. Yeah. Like kind of making those deals as well at like 19 and 20 years old, being like, I need 2,000 DVDs with these casings and this. And I'm like, what am I doing? Like, this is nuts. But now it's fun. Now I outsource my stuff to China. My packaging, not my gimmick making. That's still in Canada. But
so was it like, tell me, I don't know if I like, when you were 19, right? And you said you had a full-time job as well.
yeah.
So you had to like get everything, all the packaging, like you had to, he made it for you. But you had to send him all these gimmicks and stuff.
Yeah.
Was that like kind of hard to like kind of balance both at the same time?
It was, I mean, it was hard. It was also like, it was fun. I mean, it's exciting. Like, it's like I was so young and new to it all. So like, it didn't bother me staying up till 1 a.m., like multiple nights a week, right when I got off work. I have an older dog as well. So I'd take that dog out for a walk, come home, and then stay up all night, working on different stuff, working on the packaging, working on, the gimmicks and making sure they're right and stuff like that. And so, it was stressful, but I never noticed it because it was just so fun the whole time. And just kind of like this kind of going into the great unknown kind of thing of before I released my first trick. I didn't know what it would be like. I'll say this, the trick coming out was more stressful. Like the day Penguin Magic released it, was when it like hit me of what was happening. And I was like, oh my God, like thousands of people are going to judge my art essentially. And that terrified me.
I think when are you talking about Poker Test 2.0?
I won't lie, both of them. Anytime any of my tricks come out to the public, I get very nervous just because
Yeah.
it's just scary to me to like think about. But for Poker Test 2.0, yeah, 2.0, I don't think I left my bed the whole day because I was so nervous because it was like kind of like coming back into it that I was like, like what if I fail again? Like this is not good.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say that like it must have been scary because the fact that like it wasn't like nice for you at all before, and then like you were going into like kind of, it was almost like unknown territory because you trusted this guy, but like you still kind of like you're just hoping that everything's gonna go well, and everything did.
Yeah,
and
really.
Like that's amazing.
The response for 2.0 as well was just so much better than 1.0. Everyone likes Poker Test 1, but the 2.0 is where everyone just is like lost their minds and is like just love it. And so that was, you know, the total inverse of what I thought would happen. Cause I'm like, man, I just failed so much. Going forward, like I hope to just be at least a little good. It would be nice. And it was like 10 times better than the first time around. So that was really cool.
Like I know I keep using this word like amazing, but like I just think that like the fact like you kind of like it was you kind of like got knocked down and then like you met these people and everything just kind of come back up again. And obviously it wasn't easy because it was like a year in between. Like it wasn't like, you know, you got like this happened and then like a day later you went to the Magic convention and this all happened. Like it was a year in between. So like that it just like kind of proves like just try and meet new people.
All
Like
the time.
when you're in Magic, like as well, not just for creating, like I think just people give you like really good ideas that can just like even just like, you know, like just performing stuff. It's like I think that's like conventions, you know, they're great, like all the dealer dems and stuff and like all that stuff, but like the best like things are also just meeting new people.
Yeah, I agree entirely. Like so I'm a college dropout as well. I made it like almost 2 years before I was like, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons I dropped out though was I just heard the phrase, and it's been said a million times, but like really stuck with me then was like, it's not what you know, but who you know.
Yeah, definitely.
And like it's such a common thing to say, but the reality is like that really stuck with me. And I was like, man, I got to start meeting more people. And like right now, I won't lie, I'm trying to buy a house right now. And it's a terrifying process, just as scary as creating magic is like purchasing a house. But at the same time, the guy who is like doing my mortgage for me is a guy that I've known for like a year and a half and like rock climb with him. And he just happens to be the vice president of this mortgage company. And he was like, oh yeah, I'll help you out. And then the dude who's doing my like finding me the house, who's my realtor, is like my best friend's dad. And it's just because I've like been talking with him and he's helping me out a ton. So it's just all of the stuff that it's like it's just because I know, I mean, not because I know people, but it's just like I've been lucky to meet all these amazing people who are just so cool. And like I feel like everyone's always really just trying to help everyone else. Maybe that's like some optimistic viewpoint that I have that's not true, but I feel like anytime I'm meeting someone, I would love to help them in any way I can. And I feel like people are kind of the same with me, and it's been great.
I mean,
so.
To be honest, even you just coming on this interview show helps me so much.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Like
to see this
it's
take
not
off.
easy to get people on, like, you know, like that just like when I reach out to you and you were like, yeah, that would be great, like that like even just that is like, you know, for like from like you like it, like the fact you like take your time to come on here, that means a lot to me as well. So thank you for that. Yeah, definitely.
Of course. Let's switch the interview around though, man. I got questions for you.
All right, go on.
Well, how did you get into magic?
I saw a magician do a trick and he taught me the trick, and I don't know, I kind of like showed my mum and stuff, and I just really liked I don't know, her reaction was just like a smile, and I just really liked that reaction, and that's kind of what I just go for when I do magic. Yeah, so definitely.
How long ago was that?
It was about a year and a half ago now.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
A year and a half in though, and you're already like sitting here interviewing magicians and stuff. Like that's the coolest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It feels like yesterday.
I mean, I still can remember the first day I saw magic that actually like got me into it, but it took me 8 years to even like find a local club and meet other magicians. And
Wow.
yeah, disappointed to this day, but I don't know. I didn't have, that makes me sound like an old person, but I really didn't have like internet back then. Like we had like dial-up internet sort of, and Googling local magic clubs was just not a thing I ever thought to do. And so, yeah, I just kind of stumbled upon someone at like a local market, and that was a magician. And they were like, "You should come to our club. We have a lecture." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, we have Jay Sankey coming to lecture." And I was like,
Oh my God.
"What?" Yeah, I was like, "This is insane. Like, I didn't know this could happen in my own city." And I've been a part of that club ever since. But are you part of? Do you have a local club around you?
Yeah, it's like annual. We just do it on Zoom, monthly. We do it on Zoom now. So yeah, and since I joined that, I don't know what it is. It's just like everything about, I don't know, maybe like you can probably relate. Like when you join a club, your magic gets so much better.
Oh, it's so much better.
Like I remember like the first time, and when I first started to get into magic, like the only thing I wanted to do was just be like people like Chris Ramsey and do like all these cool like controls to the top and you know do
Yeah.
all these like cool stuff. And when I met these people, like they just kind of said to me, they were like, that doesn't matter. Like, you know, that is so awesome to do. And if you can do that, that is awesome. And I still think that, I think that's so cool. And people that can do that are so skilled. But like, you know, they kind of just like those people have really built my magic. And like, I genuinely thank them for like, you know, yeah, so that's pretty sick.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I feel the same way too. Oh my goodness, dog. What's up? Are you coming up to say hi again? You just gonna stare at me? What time? It's not even food time. Come on. Yeah, no, I feel the same way too, man. I like used to love cardistry and like all of that stuff. And then it wasn't
Yeah.
until, yeah, like no one in my club was doing it. Which I was just like, they're just older and don't get it. And then the reality is, no, they do get it. And they understand that like it doesn't benefit your magic in the end. Like I now am in the camp that like, I think doing cardistry while performing is like the worst thing you can do. Because the last thing I want is my audience to think that I have just an incredible control of the deck. Because then it's not magic anymore. It's how well I can control cards. And I want them to think like I'm like Leonard Green to a degree, where like I'm just going to drop in cards and I'm not that good, but magic happens to be happening.
I think it was Greg Wilson where someone was like, what is the best false shuffle in a lecture? And obviously, like, you know, Greg, he said, honestly, the best false shuffle is cutting a pack and then throwing the cards on top of that pack.
Yeah.
It just shows you don't care and you don't care about control over that deck. And it just makes the audience kind of think like they're not actually thinking about that, but they kind of take it in their head. Like they're like, oh,
Yeah,
he's just thrown it. He doesn't really
yeah.
care. Like, you know,
It's all that subconscious, man. It's so good.
yeah, and that's like, you know, it's just like that's like performance skills and that's like things that like again, like magic clubs will kind of teach you. Like you'll see people perform like great stuff and like, you know, you're kind of and then when you see like lecturers and that's just huge. Yeah, so definitely.
Yeah, I love that. So what's your favorite trick to do?
Like do you mean just like impromptu?
Whatever. If you knew you had to go do a trick tonight for people, and you had an hour to prepare, or like you knew it was going to happen in an hour, what would you do?
So it's actually it's my it's basically it's my own trick. Actually no, I won't do my own trick because that's just no, it's not actually. I'd say my favorite trick to do and with the cleanup is with an opener is Wonder Aces by John Gustafaro.
Okay, I'm out. I was hoping for poker test, but you didn't
No,
say
no,
it,
no,
so I'm quitting.
No. Yo, goodbye, guys. No.
Wait, did you say John Gustafaro?
Yeah.
Which I have. So I have this one. Have you read En Route by him yet?
Oh yeah. So I don't have that, but I just did an interview with him.
What, dude? He's the greatest.
That's coming out on Sunday. So
that's awesome.
It's so cool. But Wonder, yeah, I don't know. Do you know what Wonder Aces is?
I don't think I've seen that one yet.
So basically, it's just an ace production. It's just it looks like just an ace production, and then the ending is like, you know what? No, me and John already spoke about this. It's a color changing deck. It's a color changing deck. It looks, and it is
Oh, I
like, and they
think.
see the blue,
Yeah.
like they see the blue cards. And I'm trying to find the aces, and I'm pretty sure I don't have a deck of 52 anymore, which is a bit sad. But so yeah, it is like, it's so good. It's a Vanishing Ink exclusive.
I think I know that trick. Did it come out during the pandemic?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, I know that trick. I remember
Yeah.
watching it. I remember when John just posted it on Instagram, and I
Yeah.
watched it, and the color change part just caught me so off guard. Because yeah, it is. It's just a fun Ace production. I was just like, oh, that was cool. And then all the cards are red, and I was like, okay, wait a minute. Like, I didn't
That
see
is
that
my
coming
favorite
at
thing
all.
with
Yeah,
magicians, because it's like they're like, oh, that's cute. It's an Ace production, you know.
yeah,
And especially I did it at my magic club to like people that are like, you know, like that they know a lot about magic, and they were like, oh, you know, that's quite cute. And then like I just hit them with a color changing deck and the cleanup where like it's fully color changed, and like, oh my god, it absolutely amazing. And even the Ace production just looks great.
yeah.
Like
No, it
everything
really does.
about it looks sick. Like the Ace, one of the main reasons why I bought it was when the Ace just kind of appears on top of like
Yeah.
that just kind of like, and then there's a sandwich, and then like they hold their own hand out and you wave it over it, and another Ace appears, and then the cleanup for it is so good. So I just do that, and then you can show every card red, and it's just so good.
Yeah, that's great. John's got some incredible material, man. Both his books I've got.
He's amazing.
Yeah. Who else is coming out on the interviews that by this time this comes out, I'm sure they'll already be released?
Ryan Schlutz.
What? I love, that's hysterical. You're naming all the people have his false anchors right here. This feels like this is planned, but it's not.
Oh my god, like, nah, Ryan is an absolute legend. Like,
yeah, and I've got his false anchor V1s right here.
Oh my god, like, nah, the guy is just like,
I think I'm hanging out with him this weekend, to be totally honest.
Oh my god. Honestly, he's such a nice, like, he's so nice.
He's the greatest. Yeah, I love him.
He was like, he just like super like, he was like, he even like DM'd me afterwards. He was like, you know, if you ever need help with he said to me in the interview, we were talking about a trick, and he was like, oh, we can jump on Zoom if you want, and I can teach you it. So like, you know, he's like super nice.
Yeah,
but like all the people
Ryan.
I interview, and I did talk to him about this, like all the people I interview are just so nice. Like, I'm so thankful for that. Like, I just like, I don't even know, like, it's like, you know, like the fact they're nice, because to be honest, the fact you guys even respond to my DMs mean a lot. Like, you know, like people have responded and been like, I'm really busy, and that just means like a lot as well. Like, you know, the fact people just respond. Like, so, you know, yeah, like, thank you so much for coming on. Like, it does mean a lot. But who's your favorite magician?
I'd have to go with Sebastian Mitvag.
Oh, okay.
Out in Texas. I don't know if you know his stuff.
I don't know his stuff. Do you wanna? Has he put some stuff out?
He has. Do I have anything near me right now? I don't, unfortunately. Yeah, his first DVD I produced, actually.
Oh wow.
Called the Hobson. So also, I mean, I'm biased in saying him. I've known him for like 10 years. I was the best man in his wedding. So yeah, but he's got a new deck of cards coming out that those are in my car also, so I can't even show them off on here. That are really cool though. I can't wait for those to get released. But yeah, he has a book. I think I mentioned that one of my tricks, the expression test, is in a book. It's his book that it's in.
Oh, you were saying about him. Yep.
Yeah. So he's one of my favorites, man. He's just great.
If you send me some stuff of his, I will link his stuff in the description.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should interview him too, man. He's got a really crazy story.
Yeah. Tell me if you like send me his Instagram, like I would love to interview him. Like that'd be fun. That'd be awesome, because as well, like, you know, like the fact that like he's like, as well, you know, you say like he's your like favorite magician. Like, he must be really good. So, you know.
Oh, he's so good. We've done a lecture tour together. And that was really fun because we're so different. Like, and that's why I like him so much, is like, as much as I love Ryan, Ryan and I think perform very similarly. I don't like that word, but we're just like a very hands-off kind of lackadaisical performer, whereas Sebastian's a very like rigid, which is not the right term, but like his sleight of hand is like so precise and perfect.
Yeah.
He can just do some moves that are nuts that like, even if I could do them, to do in front of an audience, I would just get nervous and be like, I'm good. Like, I'll just do like a slop shuffle and move on, and like control the card that way because the audience doesn't care. Whereas Sebastian will sit there and call out, 26 cards out of 52 in the audience's face and be like, oh, pay attention to one of these cards, while he's like calling out a stack, and it's just like second nature to him. And
oh my God.
It's insane, the stuff he does, and just will do it with the confidence that you would not. It's wild. I don't know where that confidence comes from when he performs, but it's he's good.
Like,
So I love watching him.
Like,
yeah,
I really want to interview him now.
Oh, for sure, he'll do it to me. He's such a great guy. But yeah, me, him, and Ryan are all really good friends because they were both from Orlando, and I'm in Jacksonville, 2 hours away. So I used to hang out with them a lot, but Sebastian just moved to Texas, so now we're all kind of spread out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I kind of feel like, Ryan, I definitely agree with you, because you did last interview, you said like how you perform, and that definitely sounded like Ryan's kind of, that's how he performs as well. If you look at like his like trailers and stuff, you can definitely see like, how he performs. And he as well, like we actually, I've got an interview with him, and I think it was I did it, I can't remember when, but I think it'll be your interview, then his interview, then your interview of the part 2 one.
Oh, cool.
Oh no, that's wrong. No, I don't even know. So God, I have terrible memory. But yeah, no, you're right. Ryan is so cool. But I definitely send me Sebastian's like Instagram or just email so I can reach out to him. Yeah, definitely.
For sure, man. Well, I am gonna get going. I got some work to do today.
Yeah, sounds cool. Thank you so much for coming on, Erik.
Of course.
Thank you. So that was part 2. And yeah, that was so cool. So thank you so much for coming on. And that's like the first part 2 I've ever done. So I'm probably going to do that more as well now.
Right
so
well, if you ever want to do a part 3, let me know. I've got a million different stories on magic. So
thank you so much for coming on, Erik. And
of
that was another magic interview.